Hello, engineers. Today we are going to talk about counter technologies. What is counter technologies? We will look into that, how this term counter technologies have come up and what it is represented by counter technology. So in counter technologies, we will start from the beginning, like that, why technology is made, why we are making technology. We are making technology because normally developed to create a positive impact and for the comfort and convenience of its users. It's some positive impact it creates. So if you are create some technology, it gives a positive impact or positive result or positive use that we do with this technology. So we create the technology. And other way, there also people makes the technology are made intentionally to harm or to create negative impact on others. So some technologies we make to have intentionally to create some negative impact on others. So there is two purpose that technology is made. One purpose is that we create technology for creating a positive impact, and that positive impact gives a positive result or some positive change. And generally technology stands for convenience and comfort. We have technologies to create convenience and comfort in our life. In other side, the people have technologies to create the negative impact. That is, intentionally they are creating a negative impact. So this is the two ways, the two reasons why the technology is made. So what is here? So what is the problem? So what is the problem is that there are many instances the technology developed with a good intentions, while it meeting its purpose on one side, other side there are few negative impacts. Many of you people, you know that when the technology has along with its positive side, there is also a negative way also it impact the society, impact the individual, impact the environment, and it unintentionally, but it is not made intentionally. It is made with good intentions only, but still there are some negative impact. So we have to address those negative impacts. One negative impact is that intentionally people making the negative impact. Other one is not intendedly, but while creating a positive technology, that negative effects also as a side effects, or in other way it is other side it is negative effects also come along with that. So to address the consequences existing technology, so that any technology you take, some negative effect will be there. So that to address these consequences, that is the negative effect, whether it is intentionally or unintendedly made. Some people are making a negative impact with the technology intentionally, and so other people create one technology for positive impact but unintendedly make negative impact. So it calls for a new set of technologies that specifically designed to mitigate the negative impacts of other technologies and are called counter technologies. Now you got what is counter technologies. Counter technology is to mitigate the negative impact of any technology, whether it made intentionally, the negative impact is made intentionally or not intentionally. This is the point. So now we'll see the definition, how the counter is come like that. Counter means to try to reduce or prevent the bad effects of something. For that we use as a verb form. So counter means to try to reduce or prevent the bad effects of something. So when you use it with the technologies, counter technologies are those technologies that counter the negative impact of any technology when it is used. When we are using some technology, some along with the positive effect, some negative impact also coming up. To counter the negative impact, we have to design or implement counter technologies. The study of direct or indirect negative effects of the technology. So how we will come to know about this, that whether it's negatively affecting, negatively impacting. So how we will know this particular technology, how far it is impacting negatively. For that, we will do a study. This study is known as technology impact assessment. So when we do technology impact assessment or technology assessment, this is a multidisciplinary field of study that aims to identify, evaluate, and manage the potential risk and benefits of new technologies, both in terms of their short-term and long-term impacts. How we will do that? The technology assessment we will do by involving analyzing the social, economic, environmental, and ethical implications of new technologies. We look into those points: how it's socially affected, how it's economically affected, how will the environment it is affected, how it's in the ethical factor of society, as well as their potential risk and benefits for different stakeholders, such as individuals, organization, society as a whole. So this may involve conducting surveys, interviews, and focus groups to gather data on attitudes and perceptions of different groups, as well as analyzing the data on technology uses, adoption, and diffusion. So the ultimate goal of technology impact assessment is to inform decision making and policy making related to new technologies, with the aim of maximizing their benefit and minimizing their negative impact. So what we do this study is just to how we can bring down the negative side of it and how better use the positive side of the technology. So this can involve a range of strategies, such as developing regulations, standards of new technologies, public awareness, and education about their potential risk and benefit. So this is the way of policymakers. But engineers has a role. Engineers has a role that they can design and implementing the appropriate mitigation strategies or technologies to address any negative impact that may arise. So once you know that what is the negative impact, we can find some new technologies to counter that negative impact. So engineers must develop counter technologies. When you know that the impact, it's impact individual, society, and environment. Examples of consequences are negative environmental impacts, health hazards, privacy concern, or social inequality. We have to see that what all reason may be that because for that the reason for a negative technology impact. So I identify many reasons other than the direct effects of technology or indirect effects or side effects of technology. That is the two things that's already prominent. Other than I found that there is a loophole in the technology. So if there is some loophole in the technology, so somebody can interfere inside and then create some problems. So shortfall or limitation in the technology, the technology what is their existing technology or new technology has some shortfall or limitation, that also can create some negative impact in the society. And also the third thing is a non-performing or underperforming technology. If you have developed a new technology which is non-performing or underperforming technology, it's also create a negative impact in the society, in the individual, or it create a negative impact. And also insufficient technology. I mean by insufficient technology is that the supporting technology is needed or new features are required to function fully. That technology will function fully if have some new features added or additional supporting technologies are working together. So sometimes if we are working the technology without this thing, it can create a negative impact. And also you can see that technology are in a full technology in full functionality, but it's lying idle, underutilized, and not properly utilized also will create negative impact. Then definitely there is a direct effect of technology and also indirect or side effects of the technology that creates a negative impact. So this is a few reasons I found out, and let us see one by one. That is a loophole in the technology. So you can see that there is some loophole in the technology. So if it's a software system, others can intrude and do ruckus in the system, some problem, malware and something like that they can do. They can hijack into the system if that, and phishing, spams, and all these activities comes when there is loophole in the technology. The other one is shortfall or limitation in the technology. The technology that we develop is not exactly meeting the purpose due to shortfall of some of the functions or limitations of performing. So that also can create some problem, mainly in medical field or medical field. You can see a lot of things that if it is underperformed or shortfall, the limitation, some limitation in the technology, still they use, because it's not be the apt place that technology to be used. So there will be a shortfall in the technology. There will be a limitation to use that technology in that particular context. That also can create some negative impact. Then non-performing and underperforming technology. So you can see if some technology is not properly applied. So if you take the construction field, if you are not mixing the cement and other ingredients in the right proportions, so the infrastructure can break down. So this underperforming of the technology, whatever the technology we use there, it will underperform and breakdown will be there. And this also create a delay in things, doing things, some machineries, if it's not working properly, said it will delay things, and also it can risk the life also. So this is the kind of impact that can create. The other one is insufficient technology. Insufficient technology is that technology can't do standalone. The supporting technology is needed, or new features are required to function fully. So some technologies there that like privacy enhancing technologies, where those technologies which are made for some purpose may be required some other technologies to protect the privacy, prevent unauthorized access and personal data. Example including end-to-end encryption, anonymous browsing tools, and secure communication platform, all required to use some particular technology. You may be requiring that. So you want some supporting technology or additional features that to work. Otherwise, it will negatively impact. Okay. So insufficient technology we done, and other one is so this is all we done. Okay, loophole and shortfall of technologies, non-performing, underperforming technology, and insufficient technology. Then technology which is idle, underutilized, and not properly utilized. You know that if technology is not properly utilized or underutilized, if somebody is investing a lot of money, and if you are not able to take back that money out of this particular equipment or machinery, there is a lot of economic impact will be there. If something is if not able to use properly and it going to scrap, there is a lot of waste will be formed, and it's also create a lot of impact in the society. So this kind of things are also negatively impact while using the technology. And direct effects of technology, like that, if direct effect is the like that antivirus software is the solution. Okay, counter technology to counter the computer virus and malware. If some technology are applied for computer virus and malware, directly it hits. And missiles used for, so intentionally we make to harm other people. So that is directly the direct effect of technology. So laser used in many equipment. So you know that laser is used in many equipments. So if you are not properly, it can hit, it can directly affect, it can burn the body. And these all are directly effect of the technology. Okay, direct effect of the technology. And indirect effects of like a technology like that, from industries, the pollution is coming out. So that can also emissions from industrial process store that, so that we do the carbon capture and storage. This technology is designed to capture carbon dioxide emissions from industrial process and store them in an underground reservoir, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating climate change. So this is, and you can see in 3D printing, if we will be using biodegradable material. If other materials is not biodegradable, if you are using that, also affect the environment negatively. So that way it will affect. This is the different reasons, the way that the technology can negatively impact. And we have to find out a counter technology to mitigate this negative effects. As a conclusion, I like to say that the counter technology are important for addressing the negative impact of existing technology and promoting a more sustainable, equitable, and ethical use of technology. As technology continues to evolve, it is important to prioritize the development and implementation of counter technology that can mitigate the negative impacts of the technological progress. I also want to hear your opinion and your points. Thank you very much.